And I think we are live. I think we're live. Hell yes, we are live. What you gonna call it? So put this as the status. It is. Don't clear for now. Start posting to say everywhere. And we're gonna add everyone in the Discord. If anyone's already here, welcome. Yo, 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 welcome. I'm gonna be doing another stream for about a couple hours. Yep, about to ping 2,398 people. Yes. And yeah, that link is old. Oh, I can't believe we have to actually post a link. Oh well. Oh well. For now, it's not everyone. And if someone gets mad, get mad. It's gonna be fun. And then we post it. Post it over here. Well, should this be posted? Postero. Let's push. Push this here. Are you gonna be adding a non-son-off double barrel shotgun? Yes, eventually. Alright, where else? I think we're good. Yeah, I'm not going to be watching through Discord chat, so if anyone wants to send a message, Patreon, I'm going to be paying attention to... Ooh, I gotta actually maybe log in. I'm going to be paying attention to Patreon messages and live chat. If you're on Patreon, just send it on Patreon. I'll be able to see it. I'm going to make a post there as well, so that I know not everyone is probably subbed. Number 7's post. Alright, hell yeah. Welcome everyone. So, I'm gonna try to do a couple more streams, usually over the weekend, because like weekdays, it's just a bunch of work, lots of busy work. But over weekends, I think it's fun to showcase some of what we do behind the scenes and actually get some shit done. So, since the stream is so close to what I was doing yesterday, I'm gonna do a rundown. What we did yesterday, mostly we added a couple lasers. We talked about adding a couple lasers, showcase the new guns of URAT 3.6. We added the laser for the MP9. We added it. I think we also added for the UDP, which is also another SMG. Yep. On the side. So we're gonna be adding. I don't think we're gonna add many lasers in this stream. It's only gonna be for about a 2-hour stream or so. So one of the first things I'm gonna do is actually test out a bug that I was working on. So if you guys have been playing URAT 3.6 in our front page, ooh, I almost deleted the gun. If you guys have been able to play the latest version of the update, you'll know that extended mags are now an attachment along with the lasers, and extended mags work a little bit weird, at least currently, which is a bug we're going to try to fix right now. When you are mid-reload, you were able to sort of adjust it. See, now it's actually locked. You can't adjust it mid-reload, and you actually can't adjust it at all now. So if fizz, you get to see if you're already here. I just fixed it. Lol. So that was sort of the idea when you're reloading. It's supposed to cancel out, tell you, hey, you can't change any of the attachments while you're mid-reload. That's sort of the idea. So you can't take it out. Yeah, we still have the extended mag model, which means that weight should also extended mags increase weight. Obviously, you have more ammo held in your gun. So seems like I already fixed the bug. Short stream. Goodbye. No. I think we're just gonna add the. I think I'm just gonna add the Scar SSR. I'm also gonna check Git. So if you guys are new to sort of programming development, GitHub is a pretty much a website that allows us to. I need to sign in. Let's do something better. Yeah, Polar Origin. I'm gonna make a branch off of this and call this May 7th. I know you guys don't see it, so actually I can show it. It's not incriminating. So pretty much GitHub allows us to track our work, post it online, and if anyone here is actually another dev, you can actually pull the Timeless and Classics development code and actually run it yourself, make adjustments, or even build your own sort of custom version of TAC. There's going to be add-on templates there as well, so if you ever want to try to work on an add-on, it's pretty simple as long as you learn the basics of a at least fundamental programming language, Java, Python, C#, something like this. I'm gonna inform Fizz as well. That's let's do in general. Fizz. You are up. Cool. And then let's also publish the branch here so we can see if our work. TDP 9 laser. So that's gonna be a little bit broken. Yeah, there's changes that we need to stash. So I know this is all gonna look a little bit foreign, but bear with me. This is a cool part actually. So I can now bring all my changes, and then this is the attachment slot I need to push up, so I don't break the mod. I don't like breaking stuff. Okay, we can move on from there. Now we can get started with adding a whole new gun. Oh yeah, let's check chat real quick. Is a TTI Pit Viper in TAC? I am uncertain exactly which gun that is. There is a TTI Glock 34, G34, so it's high magazine capacity, fast fire rate, quite accurate. Why did you decide to have the gun range system be chunk based? Half the gun. So this was actually straight from CGM, Crayfish Gun Mod, and pretty much what the reason we do it is because it's very easy to track the time of existence of a given projectile. So it also is just how all the entities kind of currently work. We pretty much calculate, given the tick and then the speed, we then calculate the velocity. So how fast that bullet's going to go, how far that bullet's going to go, and it also allows us to create ray tracing ranges. So it's also sort of a performance benefit-ish. Mostly we just don't want to have custom timers everywhere. It's just kind of a pain in the ass to do that. And just you running off of Minecraft's existing tick system allows us to also have... what do you call it? Better ping, not capability, but we're more flexible around someone's ping. So instead of having to have a custom timer and then sync it client to server, server to client, and do all of that, we can just use the existing tick system and just pretty much build ranges in between the tick and the velocity of a projectile. Out. Whoa, that's a mess. Great. Spilled coffee. I already want to ruin this paper, but I'm going to ruin this paper. Technically don't need it anymore. Is the Asbel in the new update? No. More pistols supporting lasers. Most pistols will support lasers. It's already better than the system. I don't know if Vic's gun mod even has a range system. I'm gonna be honest. It might. Alright, let's actually start on adding a new gun. So pretty much we use a tool called Blockbench, which allows us, which is what we use for creating the models themselves. And I use Blockbench in order to view, adjust, and set up these models. So what Neko and the guys did, they would build this model. So I believe Neko sort of built this. I don't remember if anyone else had hands texturing it. But what we're gonna do, I'm gonna make sure I can see every piece of the gun. So we have extended mags, standard mags, both the grip models, all the barrel models. You'll see if I were to move the suppressor, you'll see there's a bunch of the flash hider, muzzle. The flash hider is the default. Muzzle brake, compensator, and then we have the suppressor. So due to model size restrictions, you see this little white line. I don't know if you can see because the resolution is only 1080p. But this white line is actually our boundary. We can't make the model any longer, so we have the suppressor just jammed into the barrel a bit. So we need to undo that in code a little bit. But other than that, we can actually kind of get started right away. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the model ready. So first we need the body of the actual gun itself to be saved. I have these all saved somewhere, actually. And I should probably just undo that. Let's make sure I have these textures actually saved where they should be. I prepared this model earlier, but I don't remember if it's completely done. Scourge, yeah. So I didn't actually do it. Whoopsie daisy. We can do that. So pretty much, I started creating folders for each gun specifically, and their resources for textures at least. So we have the Scar Mark 20. Okay. And I can save it here. I like simplifying the texture names because Minecraft doesn't like special characters and such. I think starting with a number, it doesn't like either. So I'm just gonna do bullet. It doesn't matter. We have it in a separate folder anyway. Is there bullet penetration? A bug. Casper, if you're on the Patreon, then you would have that bug. There should not be any bug with firing through blocks in the public version. If there is, it's already fixed. I use the mod for survival and the guns do no damage against other targets. They should. I haven't seen them before. Make sure you don't have any like crazy like end mods that have like infinity projectile protection or something. Tiles 106, no. You're gonna call some parts of the gun before it's covered for performance. A bit confused what you're saying. What we do when we actually build each gun model, we'll have all these parts, and all these parts are optimized separately because you don't want to have like while you're reloading, you don't want the entire like part of the gun or something to like go transparent. What we're gonna do in a moment, we're gonna be separating all the parts in code. So the body will be a separate model. The bolts right here will be a separate model because all of these parts need to be mini to move, or we need to either add them or remove them from the gun. Attachments, they don't always render. It's only when you put the attachment. And each gun has their own models. When will there be a new update? There already has been. Pretty recently, about 3.6. Check that message real quick. Alright, we can actually get to building the gun now. So first things first, with all the textures saved where they should be within the mod, I'm going to actually I'm going to export the actual body of the gun. FN Mark 20. I'm going to call this, I call it the Scar 20. Scar Mark 20. That's fine. You can name it whatever. We can name it whatever. So this is sort of a not really boring part, but it's a rather quick part. We're just rendering each part that that we expect. I would like to have keybinds for this, but I don't remember if there's even keybind option for this. Good. don't remember. Scram like 20. Site folded. Let's call it site folded. We have some name conventions as well that already exist. Like for example, barrels. There's like everything would have the barrel, so we would call this D muzzle. So D pretty much is for default muzzle. This is what will render when you have no attachment. B muzzle for muzzle brake. Oops. That was supposed to happen. There we go. C muzzle. No upper case letters. Minecraft is not like that. Site folded default muzzle brake compensator silencer. So the silencer, as I said before, if there's anyone new or missed it, suppressor is too long outside of the model boundary box. So we have this. We can't push it any further here due to the model format we use. So in code, we're going to push this a bit forward. So it's going to be an even longer boy. So same with the grip. We have T grip for tactical. T grip. And then we have light grip for the light grip. I mean L grip for the, well, L grip for the light grip. Depending on parts, de-rendering a part of the gun if it's not render example being the front barrel being degen. I'm not certain exactly what you're saying, Prox. Long story short, we render the parts that we need to render on the fly. So there's no performance benefit. Like what we may have is certain parts of the gun eventually, depending on the perspective. If you're holding a gun on the right, like this, without any animation played, the left of the gun can unrender in terms of like the textures used. But that's quite complex to do, and it's gonna take a while, and we don't plan to like focus on that for now. It's not gonna help that much. And with the non-rail scopes, no. Non-rail scopes, no. Everything's just gonna be a rail, nice and simple. Plus add-on creators can then add scopes onto that rail as well. People can do whatever. It's not a good idea to then have like, oh, an AK can have like these 2 scopes only, but then the AKM can have any range of scopes because it has a Picatinny rail. Like, no. Nope. It doesn't make it any more fun. It doesn't make it any more easier, and lots of people just they just want to shoot guns in Minecraft. Don't need to go that crazy. What you can do, a gun can have a default sight, so you can have a VSS with its default PSO scope. That's likely what would happen if we have like an SVD or like a Russian sniper specific weapon, and we don't want people adding like a side rail with like a Picatinny. Then that makes some sense. We can do that. But yeah, there's not going to be like attachments that is specific only to like 1 or maybe 2 guns. Like a pistol scope you can use anywhere now, for example. Yeah, you can use a pistol scope anywhere, and that's sort of, I didn't like the idea of pistol scopes just being pistols only. You could put on whatever. And pistol suppressors, I think, is the only exception currently. Old rifle scopes, I think you guys can still see the models in Minecraft. But old rifle scopes is also technically an exception, where a bunch of like bolt action, wood stock rifles have a certain selection of scopes you can use. But we had a bunch of those rifles, that supported the old scopes, so it didn't feel that bad to have like a specific attachment like that. But I still want to try to avoid it. Okay, let's check what else is in the chat. Hey, is it possible to reactivate the fire mod deactivation when the native Minecraft clown down is... I do not know what you're talking about. There will be multiple types of ammunition types per weapon eventually. Those are going to be called ammunition types, bullet types, whichever you choose. There'll be a bunch of different stuff like hollow points for... I mean, we need to develop like better armor first. Bots is probably going to happen first before MO types, because MO types can be complex, and we need like a good amount of UI to like make it easy for people to choose and handle that. So we're probably gonna add more fun stuff first, like bots. I don't think he cares, and if he does care, he probably doesn't like it. Mr. Crayfish. I stroke typing that. I guess so. Put a leaf on the scope. Resource packs. There's probably going to be, you can already make resource packs if people want to have, like, their own custom, like, whatever. If they know how to model or create textures and such. You can already do that. We're going to have, like, skins, eventually. There's going to be, like, skins that, Nico Risiki loves making skins for existing weapon models. So we're going to have, like, skin packs that you can, like, get for TAC. And, we'll also bring, probably the color bench will still happen, I feel. I feel we'll still get the color bench, which is, like, a way to kind of customize a weapon with colors, the same way CGM has, except that you can customize multiple parts of a weapon. The unfortunate part, we need a good UI to handle that, and that is not easy. Not easy, not easy. Oh, I also completely forgot to do, like, a very important part. So what I was just doing is defining that the gun exists in the game. However, what I did forget to do was create a default model. So let's create a default model. We can just use this for now. I can probably fix it before any kind of release. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to export. Let's check the display. Alright, I hope this was all ready. Scarmark 20, yeah. This should be already. So long story short, Minecraft requires an item model that contains all this like rotation data and such, translation scale, blah blah blah. And I forgot to do that. Simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as that. Rifle, rifle, rifle. Scarmark 20 still a rifle. Bummer, modified. Yeah, there's a OKP7, I forget the name, dash something, OKP7 dash something. You could put it on a rail, but I don't know, it just isn't that cool. I'd rather have, I'm asking Nico, and if he's here at this time, flip magnifiers. You should have some scopes with flip magnifiers by now. Cooldown, talking about the cooldown, native cooldown, the white filter that appears. Is it possible to... I don't think that's possible. If you're trying to create, if you're trying to create something for like a server, everything about a weapon is NBT. So I recommend downloading an NBT viewer, and you'll be able to take an existing gun with whatever fire mode is currently on it, view the NBT, and then understand how to recreate that item with a fire mode of the specific mode you want. You can force a gun to be on fire mode 2 automatic. Via NBT itself when you spawn in, when you use a command block to spawn in the item. So how did TAC become what it is today? TAC is a gun mod. Me and Nico, long story short, I was creating a mod. I was creating an add-on for the CGM gun mod. I had my own model. It looked bad because it was bad. Nico came around and he posted a model in like a public chat, in the public chat room for CGM. I caught wind of it. He was asking if anyone wants to try to put it into the game somehow, and I pretty much went, I F with it. I can try it, you know? And, yeah, I put the gun in the game. I had no clue to do any kind of animation stuff, like, not even the slide moving. But, I knew the premise of what was possible. And I kind of understood how to break down the problem of like, hey, we have like this gun model, why don't I render gun models with like CGM can render like the tube of the cylinder for the grenade launcher. It spun, so I understood. I mean, you should be able to move it back and forwards, right? And then fire rate is tracked where, and you know, this and that. Then we had working 1911 with an animation, just like that. And we posted it along with a couple other, like, for fun guns. We had, like, a lever action. It had no animation. It was just, like, you know, shoot, shoot, shoot. But it looked cool. We added a Tommy gun as well, and that introduced some of our, some really cool stuff. The way all the attachments work in TAC is revolved around the system I built all the way back then, which I call it reactions. At the time, I called it enchantment reactions because like the extended mag for the Tommy gun would turn into a drum mag, which was extremely cool. And even Mr. Crayfish caught wind and was like, "Oh, that's neat. You can do that. Cool." And then a bunch of other add-on mods started kind of implementing the same stuff. I forget their names. I think Additional Guns probably. No, Additional Guns doesn't do that. They use what Crayfish used. Somebody did the same thing with the overrides I did. But anyway, TC just kind of grew over time. We got more people to kind of help out to kind of build it, make it a bit bigger. We wanted to do a lot more with it, and we had a lot of capability for that. And yeah, we kind of worked really hard and just kind of pushed through. Added a bunch of stuff, added stuff that we didn't really want to add, or stuff that we just simply had to add. But we got it. Actually, I can just do this. So I'm just going to skip over some details. This is stuff that allows us to pretty much render each part of the gun specifically. And you see I actually messed up the naming convention for the SCAR site. So unfolded, this is like folded site unfolded. Let's just do this. Site folded. And I messed up again. It's supposed to just be like T now. Maybe I'll have to rename all of the all the model names eventually. Is it possible to turn off the random hit sounds in TSC? You can add like an empty sound. You can customize hit marker sounds. I think you can customize hit marker sounds. Don't quote me. Headshot sounds for sure. And excuse me, and the critical hit sounds. Will there be unloading / loading animations? We already have reloading animations. Or make empty guns show without their magazine. I mean, in an add-on you can do that, but in TAC we don't plan to just have the magazine disappear. How are we going to reload from empty? 1.18 is already in the works. Yep, Clumsy. We'll get a revolver eventually. We have a Python already done. In the near future, I was assuming it will be a work function. You can add your own weapons. No, I don't plan to build that entire thing. Like, we already, like, add-ons is already so simple. We already have even a template. I'll be making videos on that stuff, like how to make an add-on and such, and like you'll be able to do that. But I'm not building like a workshop in game where you have a single model and you can magically break it down. Like, no. Not doing that. Scrum Mark 20 though. We can get back onto it. Did I also name it properly here? I did. That's great. Great. So what I'm gonna do next, I am brain farting big time. I gotta add a new animation. I mean, it's gonna use all the same animations as the SCAR H, but it's gonna be apparently I did do that, Mark 20. Apparently we did name it like that. Yeah, I just want to rename this to Mark 20. Whoa. None of that, please. Just need to rename this portion here, just so that it listens for this gun specifically. Get sounds from label, blah, blah, blah. Because the SCAR 20 may end up with its own animation, so I want encode. I want it to have, I want it to be completely separate. So you see, it'll still use SCAR H. Like, I'll zoom in. No, should I zoom in? I can't zoom in. Wow, well. Actually, I can't zoom in with anything. No, my keyboard's alive. Long story short, SCAR H animations apply to the same SCAR H gun, and the reason that's possible because the SCAR H, the SCAR Mark 20 is based off the SCAR H model, so everything is relatively in the same spot. It's only got like a longer barrel and like different colors and all that stuff. So should be easy to get this ready. Where are you to find Mr. Sa? Mr. Sa. Imported. Did we just import the whole animations folder? The entire module of animations. Okay. change done. And then we gotta find this everywhere. Oh yeah, it's not even. Yep. Yep. That makes sense. I'm gonna break a lot of stuff. Right now, I'm gonna break a lot of stuff. Why is this so angry? There's not pushing to be angry. Scar H. Actually, wait. What am I doing? What did I replace? Scar H with Scar Mark 20. Just like that. So this all should be fine. It'll script the import, right? I did that correctly. Okay, cool. Yeah. So IR is not gonna know that this exists, so it's actually gonna use Scar L. Yeah, that's cool. For now, at least. We don't know if the laser will actually sit on the gun correctly, unless all the rail's all the way back there. That should work. That should work. I don't care. If it doesn't work, we can always change it. By the way, anyone who's here, resource packs, data packs, all easily possible. Everything in here, in this gun section, this is all, like, all of this gun data. You can use a data pack to change it all. That's the cool thing about TSC. Super customizable. Hi, user mod, really like it. 1.18 in the works. Technically 1.16. 1.16 works well, but 1.18 will be worked on. It's going to be done. And then eventually 1.18 will be like the only thing. Okay. ClumsyAlien. Lovely. Okay, I have the idea. Hidden NBT to block the weapon. Not currently. I do not think you can do that. That's something we could probably add, though. Like, if you need a specific gun to be disabled, you could probably do that. One idea that we are gonna be working on when it comes, like, we need to get. There's someone I need to work with, the admin of our TAC Discord server. He's working on a Minecraft server, which is like kind of like COD, spawn with kits type of style. You're gonna be able to lock the attachments of your weapon. However, you need to make a custom change within an item's NBT, so it cannot be done survival. It can only be done like creative with commands. Double shotgun, yeah, double shotgun will have like a double shot mode, but for now, since we only have like the small double barrel, I mean, the recoil is already enough. Come on, man. Are underbarrel weapons possible? Eventually. Will jamming be a thing? Eventually. This is eventually, for jamming, it's like, probably after bots as well, so that when you pick up a bot's gun, it's like, it has some durability applied on it. So, that's eventually. Will it be, it would be cool to integrate with plugins. I mean, plugins you can do, like, whatever with. Like, you can use anything already. You can do anything, but especially when everything's just NBT in Minecraft, it's pretty easy just to use it. Get a context on. Texture. Condition should only run when. Alright, just making some comments. Back to adding a new gun for now. It should work. No, I don't. Have the, The code and gun animation. You shouldn't need to change anything. Me stuff is. It's all the same. Where is it? Inspect empty. Inspect empty. I'll deal with that later. It should work fine. Alright, back to it. We're going to actually now add the gun. So, fire rate, RPM. There's certain steps for actually matching the RPM with the tick time of Minecraft. So, about 400. Like, you don't want to put like 450 all the time. It'll get a little weird. Especially with like fire rate, you can sometimes get like a double shot. So, it's only when like you have an auto rifle, it's kind of like fine. Actually, check here. Notifications. And get on it. We got just semi-auto. Weight selector 1. Rate selector 1. It should be safeties. Did you guys remove safeties? I'm gonna have a talk with TAC guys. I did not even notice this. I had safety off, so you can actually in config you can turn off the safety selector on each gun. Did they seriously just remove like the freaking option in each of these guns? That'll be really annoying. Well, it's supposed to be 0 and 1. Recoil angle, like it's a DMR, You can do like something slightly higher, kick. I mean, all these can probably be pretty much the same. Doesn't need to be that different. So weight in kilo, I guess it should provide, like when we have like an add-on dock, you'll just see sort of how much a weapon weighs versus the speed. The number is not really that accurate anymore. I made it really accurate at one point where like it literally you would take the gun weight and then just put it into the JSON, and the speed would make sense for every gun. But then SMGs, like some SMGs were like supposed to be pretty light, but then you would add like heavy attachments and then they would become heavier than like a rifle or something, and it got way too dumb. So this number is pretty much abstract now. 7.6 is pretty freaking heavy in TAC without any extra attachments. Like a suppressor, this gun will be like pretty freaking heavy. Max spread can be pretty low. This can be even lower. I mean, this could be about the same. Doesn't need to be that crazy. 3, 4, 400 is about fine. I would probably do 360, something like that. Yeah, that's great. Damage. I mean, this thing can shoot pretty fast. Gonna have pretty good range. All this should be gone, by the way. Like this part's completely disabled. Damage. 16 damage per shot. Head damage. I mean, this thing can be like, I don't know, 2 or something. Size. Fine with me. Fine with me. Increases range a bit. I think its range can increase, and we can just keep its speed about the same. Doesn't need to go that crazy. Flashlights event, maybe eventually flashlights, maybe. Bayonets, when we have old rifles, bayonets would probably be in the same update. Yes, attachment can have crystal binding. Attachment can technically get locked on a rifle with that, I think, but I haven't tried it. I don't know if our code actually, like, we made a lot of changes to attachment system, so I know you can add it. I don't know if it'll actually work. Seriously, recoil multiplying config, not really useful at all, actually. Like, why? Every gun has its own recoil anyway. You add a global modifier, what is that gonna do? Not much. NTW 20. Is that like the bullpup 50 cal? And if so, we already have an option for that. I'm just checking. Alright, let's move on. Max ammo, max ammo, that shouldn't be named max ammo, actually. I'm gonna check if that's correct. But, pretty much it's just the base ammo of a gun, and the reload mag is the same. It's the same, everything for the Scar H. That's all the same, and then, yeah, it's up to about 10. Mag fed, true, yeah, so it's not gonna be open bolt. So all the same sounds as the Scar H. This needs to be pushed out even further, so I'm gonna guesstimate this around that. And this can actually be even smaller, the actual flash size. Trail adjust doesn't really work anymore. All this kind of half deprecated. Zoom. The DMR, you can zoom a bit further. Should be the same sight positions. Same. Do under mount, same. Underbarrel, same. IR device, barrel, side rail. Alright, everything seems pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know, something like that. Do we need anything else? Do we need anything else? I do not actually think so. So the animation files here, Scar A, Scar L, Mark 20, these are all registered automatically as long as the item name here is named correctly. So Scar Mark 20, Scar Mark 20 underscore. This is gonna actually automatically populate, and it'll understand that an animation is connected to this gun. I think we're already ready to test. Crystal binding doesn't work currently. Good with me. Maybe we'll make it work where you can't take an item if it has crystal binding. That'll be one way instead of adding hidden NBT to lock the gun. I still want to lock the gun though. A hidden NBT that allows you to force a gun to stay static is gonna be really good though. Steyr AUG eventually. We already have a model. NTW shoots a way bigger caliber. I have no clue. Blah 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 blah. Do I have blue switches? No, I have brown. Gateron? I think it's Gateron switches. I'm surprised you can hear it so well, if you guys can't hear it so well. But that also matched my keyboard. I forget. I do that a lot. While the game loads, I like to check a bunch of messages just in case. Still gotta get some music though. I was talking about it last stream, but I didn't bother actually getting it. Because come on. Come on, there's more important stuff. Now let's actually see if this gun is gonna be working. I'm pretty sure it will. Although I haven't added the gun in a little while. Mostly been making adjustments, adding new attachments, dealing with bugs. And Fizz, can you type yet? Fizzler. Yeah, seems like it's already ready. Look at that. We have a whole gun. Whole new TAC gun, just like that. Animation is a little bit wonky though. It seems like our hand is a little too far, maybe? A little too far forward. Maybe the gun model could be adjusted so it fits a bit better. But yeah, we already have a whole new gun added. Freaking cool, right? So, sight's a little bit, I mean, it makes sense, technically. So the FOV of the actual gun model is pretty wide. So the rear sight looks like a really wide aperture. And the front sight looks a little crazy. I think that's okay. We might have to end up making a new animation for this gun, but for now, we can mess around with testing the attachments themselves. An empty bolt looks pretty good. Alright, you don't see the bolt's empty in this screen anymore. Let's actually check the animation. We should see the bolt. The bolt's locked open. Cool. Extend the mag. Cool. Get a grip on it. Let's get a grip to reality. Oh, yep. Get a nice gun. I would probably run something like an LPV on this thing. Gives you extended range, and you can change up to a 1x field of view. And yeah, also seems to sit fine on the rail. We can put something like vortex as well. Seems to work pretty freaking well. So I think the animation may need to be changed. Uncertain. It may not. It looks good enough. So I'm not like crying about it. Like that looks okay. It just looks like the gun's a little too far back. One thing we forgot to do, which I don't know. May still need to push it out a little bit for the suppressor. This seems to work pretty well though. And the recoil looks pretty good. I know there's one thing that I've definitely gotten used to. Ooh, let's actually test an IR laser on this thing. Yeah, we have the slot open. The IR laser should for sure be pushed out. That looks a little wonky. Come on. That's a little odd. The scope looks good, but the IR laser should be pushed out a little bit. Very slow. So yeah, when you already have the animation sort of ready, it's pretty quick to add the gun itself. Will you be able to color scopes and lasers via hex? Probably not, because that's kind of like annoying. Maybe when we have the color bench ready completely, the guns themselves will have that support, but like it's a pain in the butt to have like to actually retext. I mean, we could probably do that. Like if you have the color code already, what Neko wanted, he wanted like the whole wheel to be in game, which is like I don't know if that's even like possible. I don't know the accuracy, how accurate you can move a single point within Minecraft's UI. I don't think it's that easy. Difficult to port guns to new Minecraft versions. Port guns. I don't know. There's nothing special about guns themselves. The mod needs to be ported. 1.18's already in the works, so I'm gonna stop answering that question if I see it again in chat. But I mean, guns themselves are gonna be. I mean, excuse me, the mod would have to be ported entirely. It's not like the guns need anything changed themselves. Also, while I remember, that's just a side rail. Is this gonna be... Oh no, it actually does not. It's not actually in a good spot. Look at that. It's like really far back. It's not even on the rail. Yeah, so we gotta get a new laser for both of these. That's doable. Let's do that while I remember. Let's just work on the fun part. There's backport mods of new stuff. Just use those for now. Well, I don't know. For now, I recommend just, what do you call it? Just enjoy TAC. And if you want to fight like the Warden for some reason, I fought against him. I played, what do you call it? Bedrock Minecraft for a little bit when the Warden was starting to kind of like make his way there, and I I have not a clue why people would fight against it. It doesn't seem to even give you anything, to be honest. What is it called? Mini laser. What is it, like mini? Oh, come on. Mini laser beam. Why bother with this, actually? If anyone was not in the stream earlier yesterday, we actually have templates for the lasers, and it's going to be more attachments that we use like globally. So like, let's just mini laser. Let's do it the correct way. Get rid of the base, which is like for M-lock rifles. And get it, something like that. Yeah, it should work. We actually start getting it adjacent to the rail properly. It's a point-and-click adventure game. So we can push it a little further out, probably about there. That's probably as far as we're going to want it. Looking good, looks fine. And let's set the IR laser right away. IR laser vertical should be the one. God damn it. On side. I probably need to change that naming convention. That's weird. On side should be for the side rail, not for the side, like the device on its side. Like, come on. What am I doing? That seems to already sit pretty well. And for those who have noticed, I actually, what do you call it? I pushed the IR laser down a little bit further down, even though it already has like this segment here that's supposed to catch on the rail. It's because the EOTechs are slightly too low, the current model. So what may eventually happen, we might have risers for both mini optics. You'll have like a high riser. If you know the aimpoint T2 in the mod, has a high riser. So there may be a like small height riser, which raises the optic only like a little bit. Like I mean, I guess I'll just add a cube. Showcase what I'm talking about. It'll only, like, there'll be a small height riser probably, if we actually add any sort of risers, that will raise the optic to sit something like this. So it'll kind of like sit on top of here, and then probably a high riser for mini scopes. It's kind of like this. It's kind of more like it's gonna be for use with IR lasers. It'll raise with our optic, so you can use pretty much any optic. And if there's any add-on that adds like a really low optic, but you still want to use it, there'll be risers. I think should be a really good idea. So that's how you can use anything. It'll just be easy, nice and easy. So what's up with 9x39 rifles? Is that one of Oh, that was I think that was just Alex in Italy. He wanted to just make polls, mostly for himself, really, just to help him choose which guns to model. He made some 9x39 guns. I think he put it in a different add-on for CGM at the end of the day. Will we end up with 9x39 guns ourselves? Probably. VSS is, like, pretty likely. So that's the Venturas. There's also another, like, the assault rifle version. That'll also probably happen. And, I think that's probably what's gonna happen. Let's actually start adding these lasers though. I do wanna get this gun mostly done and dusted. Although, what is it? B laser and it's device. Yeah, keep the beam. Entire. Oops, wrong one. B laser. I want to put beam. Just do that. Just gonna copy the text here and just push it around. It's actually completely B laser, IR, laser. Wow, these namings. No need to be changed. Let's just change them all, Sarah. They like completely need to disappear. I guess so. I guess so. Guess we just rock with that. What the what's going on? I like put myself in like an unfamiliar spot now. I don't know why. Or 20B laser. B laser. So is this actually supposed to be the beam? Yep. Beam, laser device itself, IR. So the early not devices, weapons with the IR laser implemented properly, the laser just gets like stretched, so it looks like it's a lot longer. Helps it instead of doing any kind of super complex like sort of mapping and vectors and or whatever, rendering. We just use a model, so we can just I was able to stretch out the laser. However, we had to do a bunch of like custom offsets to make sure it works properly, and they don't work for every single gun, so it turned into a mess. And it's gonna stay like that for now, just because I'm like half lazy, and it shouldn't matter. If it does matter, then yeah, whatever. If it doesn't work, we'll see. We'll see it not work, and then we'll fix it. IR laser device, and then this is just the IR laser. Again, if it doesn't work, we're gonna have to change this. So we're about to see. Yeah, we're about to see. I think this is actually supposed to be a little like longer. Pause. Should be something like that. We just talked about how the laser beam renders. You should add DP12. No clue what that is. I'm not gonna search it up for now. I saw 50 BMG rounds. Are there any guns planned? We already have the MM82. And other guns that shoot 50 cal that are gonna come out eventually. So, yep. Discord being very slow today, though. Odd. Pretty odd. DP12 is a pump action double barrel. Well, I know there's the KSG 12, actually, I think it's called. Now, that's like an actual cool shotgun we would probably end up with. But, I don't know about DP12. Although we don't mind adding more obscure or even, like, more creative guns. Like, as you can see, the models, we have, like, our own. We make the guns a bit more vibrant. And there you go. Side rate. This, basically, it already looks much better. Yep. And if you guys can see, you can only see in the first person. That laser is God knows where. So we're going to have to change that. Alright, so that's the only thing that needs to be fixed. Then we can probably chill, add some lasers onto pistols. Like this thing. M9. If you guys want to see, suggest some like kind of cool guns. Actually, I was thinking of maybe an M9, the more modern version they just released like 2 months ago maybe. An M9 that has the what do you call it? Keeps the front rail, but is what do you call it? Designed for extended mags for carry. has a better optics cut. You know, probably 10, so it'll kind of turn into like a Glock 18, but cool. Oh, and 50 cal. Someone was talking about the 50 cal. While I remember, M82A1. Big boy. I missed that. There you go. There you go. Will I add flintlocks? I don't know. Will we add the tech for flintlocks? Probably. When? Not a freaking clue. First, there's a lot more to add before adding any flintlocks. I can say that much. M249. I'm pretty sure we already have that. But I close. I keep doing it. I keep closing my own Patreon. Like, come on now. Come on now. Oh, excuse me. No, the Negev is pretty much an M249. P90, maybe eventually. We have some kind of model for it, but it's pretty outdated. Magazines, no. Long story short, not happening. Why? Because I said so. I'm gonna add magazines and then everything's gonna suck. Magazines suck in Minecraft. They freaking suck. They already kind of suck in Tarkov, except there's not even that many guns in Tarkov. So you can kind of get away with it. But like TAC, with the amount of guns we have, and then like, come on guys. Should be better than this. I think this thing, I need to test its range more specifically, but something is up. And that gun looks freaking sick. And we just added that. Just like that, we have a new gun. Although we already had the animation loaded. Loading an animation is a completely different story. And yeah, look at that. That's lovely. I missed that one. I shouldn't have done that. Oop. TCB. We need to change that HK23 site. That thing needs to be changed. I remember I should make a post for that. That could be why I'm lagging a little bit. So what I forgot to do is actually enable the 2D texture for this gun. So that also needs to be done. I need to get a resource guide to build that for me. Okay, you can see in the bottom right. Yeah, okay. Long story short. Everything in the, what do you call it? Everything in your hotbar has been made a 2D texture. However, we actually have to enable a 2D texture manually and set that up. So I did not do that, and I don't think I even have the resources for that. So Nico, wake up. Wake up. Wake up the boy. We need assistance in aisle 12. Remember, no skeleton. Types of ammo? Yes, eventually. Most likely after bots. Want to do something creative? You want to do anything at all? Biggest Modern Warfare. Good mod. I do not like magazines. Not for a game like Minecraft. You end up with hundreds. You'll have 100 guns, which is really cool, and now you need like almost 300 magazines, because a gun can have like 2 magazines, or maybe a gun can share a magazine, or maybe someone forgot to implement that like magazine correctly, and now it only works in 1 instead of the 2 guns. And like why? We already have handguards, like we already have attachments, so I'm confused. Any new shotgun? No, none of the recent updates. No new shotgun so far. Mark 20 is actually already pretty much done. So let's I don't care. Let's push this. Look at all that. Needs 2D texture. Translations. Animation review. Anything else? No, it's already pretty much good. It's already pretty good. Desert Tech HTI Bullpup Sniper. If we add Desert Tech. No, you're right. That'll probably end up. That'll probably happen. I know which gun you're talking about. The bullpup made by Desert Tech. MDRs will also probably happen as well. Nico's interested in them. After I brought it up in the stream yesterday. Also, Mark 20 is pretty much done, guys. You just watched like the birth of pretty cool new gun. Although I did pick a pretty simple case. This gun already had we already had an animation for it, which is Scar H. Maybe edited, but we still have the base animation. It's pretty much a long Scar H, so it's pretty easy to kind of get that gun and showcase like what the process of adding a new one actually looks like. When was the recent update? Like days ago on Patreon and Adfian if you're within the Chinese region. It'd be pretty cool to have barrel lengths. No, it would not be cool. You know why? Because then you need to have a whole new slot for attachment, a whole new attachment slot for a barrel length that needs to be built for each gun. You have 2 barrel lengths, maybe 2 handguard lengths, both pain in the asses for people actually modeling both of them. Then you also need to build attachments to support those said barrel lengths. And then that would also have to be done in code, since a bunch of guns already have pretty long barrels. You can't even add a suppressor at the end without actually pushing the suppressor out in code. And then you have 3 different sets for pretty much every gun. You have 3 sets. You have 1 for shorter barrel, 3 different attachment sets: muzzle brake, compensator, suppressor, default brake, and that would be for every single damned barrel length. Not doing that. When will the new update be available in public? Who the hell knows? For now, it's what do you call it? For now, it's Patreon. For Patreon, like I think $5, $5 a month, and Adfian is probably even cheaper. I think Adfian's like more like it's in probably like $3 a month. I think something like that. If you were to like figure out how to convert USD into their currency and then pass it through. But supporting the mod through Patreon is what allows me to like do stuff like this. Like currently I would be like working. I have a job to do. I have a job in, what do you call it? Have to go through lots of schooling still. Yeah, good luck making a curry gun in Minecraft. With rotation limits limited to 25, I think it's not 45 degrees. Yeah, I think it's like 45 or 22.5 degree increments. It's like, nah. We already have painful guns. Like, if you want to see a painful gun that I made too much interest in for Nico, the OA98. If he's here, he's gonna know what I was showing this. I was showing this yesterday. If you want a curvy gun, if you want to see a curvy gun, you want to see this thing. How the hell are you supposed to do that in Minecraft? We're like gonna really do it because he's really interested in this one, and I really like it too because it looks effing cool, freaking cool. Looks freaking cool. Yeah, watch Forgotten Weapons. Get your brain cells expanded. Good channel. Yeah, here's Oh my god, what is that on the top? I don't know. Look here. Look at the rabbit hole you guys got me through. But AR pistol, because doesn't want any more ARs. Build me an OA98. We need an OA98. If you don't think we need this thing, then you shouldn't be playing TAC. You don't deserve us. Alright. What should we do next, though? I have a bunch of models already loaded, I think. At least, like, downloaded. Good attempt. Actually, let's translate it here for now. The SRO, QMK, file, we have no animation for the G3, micro laser, pack. Kind of have everything. I mean, we could probably squish some bugs while I'm here. But I think we have everything that's sort of like cool with animation ready. Animation's ready, my bad. I have a 93R. Will the animation match? I don't know. So if you guys know what a 93R is, I'll open the model. I don't think I can add this right away. I don't know if the model, excuse me, if the animation would support the model. We can try. Oh, no. Don't need that. I have, like, hundreds of gun models, by the way, so that needs to be, I need to clean up my downloads folder. Excuse me. What is it? 92FS? Oh, M92FS. Yeah, that's not happening. The animation is really effing not built for the 93R. So we probably have another animation existing somewhere, because those are two completely different models. Completely different positions. UMP planned? Maybe. Maybe again. A third maybe. LA12 Puma, not a clue. Yep, turning Minecraft. Actually, Minecraft is probably the best FPS sort of baseline. There's so many games that suck now. I try to play like video games sometimes, and I just go back to TAC. I just go back to building it. Work is more fun than playing games these days, because I can actually freaking balance it. I mean, while I was out, the design guys were messing around with lots of balance changes. Either A, gonna be reverted, or B, I'm going to make a data pack, because I did not like what they did with half the guns. Half of them are pretty good. Half of them they kind of fixed. Half of them make a good bit more sense, but they did not really take into account the armors. They did not really there's changes need to be made. Who messaged me? I can do that later. What's up, man? How you doing? Tanks update. Good luck. SigPT26. Probably. We kind of want to add a pistol that's unique. If we're adding another pistol, it's going to be like an actual pistol. Like a pistol that's a pistol. A pistol that's not just pistol. A PT26 is just Browning action, but SIG'd. And then there's a pre-365, which I would rather have. And then, like, their Legion series. And there's a bunch of, like, they're all pistols. That's the unfortunate part. So I don't want to mess with it. Conversion kits? Nah, it's a pain in the butt. If we want conversion kits, just add another gun. Honestly. What's the point? What guns are in progress? I just built one in front of you. So, whatever guns are in progress are ones that I just built. Try the CZ, that's a better idea, but I'm pretty sure the models, the problem is that the model sizes and positions can be very different. I don't remember if we have a 93R animation ready. That's why I don't want to mess with it. I need to check if we have a model somewhere for it. And also the model position is completely freaking different again. So, not even talking about, what do you call it? I mean, the grips are pretty much the same. Like, the magazine is about the same size as the CC75 grip. So, if the animation was sort of built based on the higher position of the 93R, it would work. Well, should work, technically. But, yeah, that's not, that is indeedly not happening. Haven't looked at Vic's gun mod code yet. I looked a little bit, but like, I mean, there's so freaking much to freaking go through. Like, I don't know. I haven't really messed with it. I looked at it. I talked to. I had a great call with Jim Holden, which is another big brain behind Vic's gun mod and mostly the ClumsyAlien server. Lots of discussions with him, and we were mostly talking about like features, like stuff we were gonna do in the future. Not much about guns, more about some other cool projects that we're gonna be working on pretty soonish. Bots first. I want to freaking do bots first. But he's a guy. I need to call him up again. I still talk to Vic pretty much. I'm not gonna say every day. Sometimes I miss his messages. And during my break, I wasn't talking to anyone. I had a break. I just was completely disconnected from like everything. Hello. How do you become an MC modder? Learn the basics of programming right away. Python, Java, C#. Learn something. My Minecraft modding is not exactly that easy because you need to understand first how to code. Second, not the ins and outs of Minecraft, but you need to understand Minecraft itself. Like, why can't you do something? And if you want to do it, since you can do pretty much everything, you need to know how to do it. You need to know how to construct a problem and how to break down a problem. So first, you need to understand how to kind of basically program. Then you need to understand the tools you're going to be using. So that's Blockbench, good one for the models if you need to do any 3D modeling. Good. You need to understand IntelliJ, how to build your mod. Mixin. I mean, well, mixins you can kind of hold off for a while, but there's a lot of basics you need to understand first. Definitely, like, once you kind of understand, like, basics of programming, then you can search up, like, you know, getting started building a Minecraft mod. Follow some tutorials, get your way of it. My best advice for getting started as well, like, probably the biggest part you should be taking into account is starting off with a template of some sort. Like, if there's a mod open source, take a look at a smaller version of it. Maybe even fork it. Try to get it to work on your end, make some adjustments, kind of see like what you do and how it affects in game. Like the way that TAC started, I took an add-on. For CGM. I took out all the stuff. Well, I kind of picked and prodded like what stuff did what. Then I added my own thing based off what existed. I removed everything that I didn't need or didn't want, and that's how TAC started. I didn't like build CGM. I learned off of CGM. Long story short, so first understand basics of programming. Next, understand problem solving in programming. Probably like while you're trying to find a mod to use as a template, use LeetCode or something, and do like easy problems and just kind of find your way around a decent programming language. If not Java, Java's very verbose. Get used to Python since you'll learn kind of the basics of like when you tell a computer to do something, how to expect what you want to expect. This type of crap. And there's a lot more, but I don't want to sit and do that's for Patreon. That's where I'm going to be doing more like Java, how to build a mod, more so how to build an add-on more specifically for TAC. But there's going to be like the first couple of videos would be like really basics of like how do you just set up the environment, which you can use pretty much globally. Why are ear text? Because you can change the damn colors. EOTexts are white because you can change the colors. Reticles are white so you can change the colors. How big is the mod gonna get? Freaking huge. Can't wait to try and make custom map with bots. Yeah, hell yeah. It's gonna be fun. Shell ejector for the double barrel. I have not a clue what you're talking about. You can already unload and reload the gun. So, maybe it's another stick. Yeah, I mean, creating models is also cool. You can add them to the game pretty easily, but you need to learn at least like Blockbench and resource packs or something. Full roadmap, we just adding what we want to add. There's a absolute F ton of stuff, but I'm not making like a huge public document because it changes all the time. If I plan something, I plan that specific thing, and then I build it, and by the time it's built, then everyone knows about it. Otherwise, like bots, for example, like I'm going to build bots. I have like half a plan, but I'm not posting it because if I change the entire thing before implementing, then everyone's going to go, hey, it's like, no, I had to change it because the design did not, like, it's not possible to do this design effectively. So I changed how it's going to work internally. Like, I'm not building API docs, not until we have like add-ons. I just talked about adding magazines. No, absolutely not. And if you don't know why, play Vic's gun mod in survival. And, like, actually try to use different guns, not just the one gun. that supports that one magazine. Just absolutely not. Bad idea. Why? Because 100 guns equals more than 100 magazines. 100 magazines, the absolute pain in the ass. And then if you want interchangeable magazines, you need to actually have, like, you need to be prepared to deal with that. Why? It does not help. The shell ejector would speed up reloading. There's a reload animation. I am still confused what you're talking about again. If you reload the shells, the double barrel shotgun, you'll see how it works. Question, what does the module item do? It's for the future. It doesn't do anything right now, it's for the future. That's why it doesn't do anything. Alright, let's see. Let's try to find another model we can actually do something with. Before, I don't really want to jump into like code right now. I want to like maybe add one more gun. And if not one more gun, we can add some like lasers. We can add some lasers. Oh, excuse me. We have 590. Where is that from? It's old. Yeah, it's not that old. Does it have attachments? Has no attachments. This should have some attachments. So let's get 590 Shockwave. I don't think we even have animations for it. This try this again. Maybe we can just use the basic 5870. That could, oh wait, no, that probably, will it work? No, fuck. That would barely work. The shotgun shell would, like, probably clip to the model and it probably would be held too far back. What should we do? Should we jump into some kind of code? Figure out, when it comes to actually, like, writing like, real code, not just implementing some gun, like, it's not that easy to freaking stream and actually do good work without implementing any bugs. So, I don't know. Well, there's no flashlight, so I don't know what you mean. Does the flashlight do something? It was fun to make and fill the magazines. I wouldn't say it's fun. It's just, oh, I want to shoot my gun, but I had to deal with the magazines first. In Minecraft, like, you just want to freaking shoot a gun. You just want to shoot guns in Minecraft. If you want to deal with, like, handling your magazines 24/7, then, like, go to Insurgency Sandstorm or, like, what is it? Tarkov. I played a bunch of Tarkov. It was, like, fun. But then when someone has, like, a bunch of better stuff than you 24/7, and then I just sit and reload mags a specific order in the UI before you even jump in the game, like, sometimes I just want to freaking jump in the game and shoot some guns. That's what TAC is for. Jump in the game, shoot some guns, realistic enough, fun enough, looks good enough. That's the point. Also, it's a backbone for, like, an absolute F-ton of, like, possible gameplay. And, like, you can have a survival game without having to manage freaking block mags. Why doesn't the 590 have a stock? Because it is a Shockwave model. Spouse 12. Reloading realistic. I mean, have you played the mod? That's what the reloads are. Have you played the mod? That's what the reloads will be. Upper body tilt in the mod. If you're asking about leaning, yeah, but like later, because that's a way bigger pain in the ass than you think. And or we just integrate with what do you call it? We're planning on integrate with someone who already has like 30% animation, sort of like known. That's like their whole mod. That's like their whole trade. Because, like, why build, like, 30 different APIs into one mod when you can have 30 different API supports from existing mods, and we can just focus on guns and bots and whatever we want to do, and not have to build, like, all of that crap. There's a flashlight item in game. No, there isn't. There's a flashlight block from previous. There is no items. Hey, Life. I was talking about your server a little bit ago. download an NVT viewer, and if you don't know which ones, just give me a time like today, past 8 p.m. Eastern, and then ping me when you're ready past 8 p.m. Eastern, because I'm going to forget. I promise. It's not your fault. It's like my fault, but yeah. Ping me past 8 p.m. EST. We'll call about your server. For the flashlight, there is no flashlight on this flashlight block, and it has no missing texture because it doesn't exist. Alright. So let's, what do we need to do? I fixed the attachment screens. Those work fine. I fixed the attachment slots. I built something better for that. And now I can test it on the server. We can do that. I mean, it's not gonna really look different to you guys. It's just a different map for the server. But it's a server. It's gonna look cool. Bunch of crap. These needs to be cleaned. But I am lazy and wiped it down the stream because that is boring. There is no grenade launcher in animated versions because there's no animations for them. Rambles, what's up? Going to add one, of course. We had one before. We had two, actually. Waiting animations. Let's, while this loads, gets a pain in the butt. It's going to take forever. What is our download counting Curse Forge? This is the server. 718,000. Damn. Watching animation videos. If you guys are unable to play the mod, only have like a mobile or something, just kind of like watching out of interest or something, check out the Reload Showcase. Bunch of cool animations. Shows you what is it's old. It's like we already have a bunch of other new animations and guns. We have a bunch of new guns and a bunch of new animations for existing guns, along with the new guns and new models for the older guns already. So, still fun. And yeah, 718,000. God frickin' damn. God frickin' damn. I'll add Blunderbuss. I have no clue. Probably not. Because why? No Galileo, but H-card. Check showcase reactions in Discord. If you are not on Discord, I recommend getting on Discord. If you are from Patreon and you are not on Discord yet, and you joined the Discord, also DM me on Patreon so I can give you the supporter role. And if you are from Adfian, do the same, but like message me either with a ping of some sort or try to DM me. On Discord, I don't accept DMs. Like, a DM would likely bounce. Like, it'll go into my inbox and go out. So, other two, just try to contact me. Like, if you are actually from Patreon, you know, DM me, like, the Discord username with the number. That's what gets you the roll. Tactical AKs, yes. The mutant counts. Shut up. The mutant counts. You said the mutant counts just because it doesn't look like an AK, you're mad. Get mad. Look at this thing. Let's get a stock on it first because it's dumb not to have a stock. Look at it. Wow. This thing's cool as hell. It fire sucks on them though, which makes sense. Let's get the tactical Tarkov build. Except you can't get the RSAS handguard. So get mad. Get a suppressor on it though. You can make it where we're using the Patreon bot. Yeah, I need to actually set that up. You're right. I saw it. They added it semi recently, but I don't know. I saw it once. I saw it like in a menu. I don't remember if there was any other reason why I didn't add it. Yeah, script. It's over in yeah. There's an H car. It looks pretty cool. I like guns too. That's why we have a gun mod. Yeah, get mad. The mutant's cool. Alright, what the hell was oh, why did I load this? We're gonna check something on the server and make sure it works. Now I remember. Double barrel has no shell ejection. Does it really matter? It's a double barrel. It works just fine. Where is it? Here it is. Yes, it does. Have you used the mod? Mr. Fish. That's good enough. That's a fast enough reload for you. I promise. Oh yeah, it's not doesn't track it properly. Have to add it, get the weight. Okay. It seems like it kept the item. I'm gonna check to make sure that, what do you call it? So pretty much what I'm testing, I don't want, like, while the player's reloading, I don't want them to put a mag. It's still reloaded with the basic amount, which is what it's supposed to do. So, I'm a bit confused. So, put this now. Watch it. Then we take it off after the reload's complete. We have 33. We got 33, we remove it, and then what's the mag model? That's the extended mag model. And if I even close the inventory, it saves back into the slot. Fizz, if you're here, like, are you sure that the problem you were trying to fix is, like, even a problem? Because I'm pretty sure what I just changed, I mean, it should have blocked all the slots anyway. Which it didn't do, so I'm gonna see why it didn't do that. But are you sure that it's, that the magazine isn't just stuck into the gun afterwards? Because I'm pretty sure it's kind of doing what it's supposed to do. Or it, like, locks it. Hell, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. On slot change, can't take stack. If it's extended mag, if the weapon itself is... This is attachment slot, so this is server. This dot weapon again, get reload to get max ammo. Or is player reload from the tracker. Public void. Is item valid? Is enabled. Yeah, at least should not even be enabled. Reload tracker, player reload. Why it didn't do that? I wonder actually. We have reload tracker. So the problem is that, like, reload tracker is supposed to be the server side for this anyway. Server handler, handle shoots. Ammo craft, handle unload. See, handle flashlight. There used to be a flashlight, but we fucking murdered it because it doesn't even work. Change speed, handle movement, get ID, tracking, upgrade bench, upgrade bench apply, fix running. Come on, where is it? Pretty much what I want to do, I want to make sure that you cannot take out the extended mag while mid reload or anything. And it's being weird. Particularly where it could be, because what I need to do, I need to track if the player is currently reloading. It's here, so I don't need to check it like once. Like, it doesn't do it continuously. Shoot. Looks like a $9.99 from Apex. That was their plan. The reload, at least. I'm not a fan, but they did it. Anywhere on 545 guns, that's eventually. We already have models for it, like we have an AK-12, we have a AK-74. No animations for them though. Our bottleneck is animations. They're difficult and we only have like 2 people who are capable of making them effectively. So we need some help on that. So if you're an animator and if you want to help out TAC itself, get over here. Can help out. That's a better way to check. Maybe we can check this. So this is for server side. On player tick. Player tick event. This is server side as well. Is reload. I mean, it should be the same thing as checking this. To R. Just do that. Place this whole file. What? Why not? Import. What? The same. There you go. Did I kill the server? I killed the server. I had to do that anyway. Will you add troll face? That's your troll face. Troll face break is now over. Check what's going on. What do you call it? Discord. Not so much. Support the mod via Patreon. Woo! Support the mod via Adfian. Woo! From the Chinese region. Woo! Will I add your mother? I am your mother. What's up, Mark? Whoever made the, what is this? What the hell is this? An issue. So issues in our GitHub is not for suggestions. You put a suggestion, I'm just going to delete it. The only saving grace for this person who put a suggestion in there is that I am too lazy to log in on my, post ClumsyAlien YouTube account. So I'm too lazy to go and delete that. Lucky you. Let's get to stay for a little bit. Hey, it works. Ah, take that, Fizz. I wonder why player is reload doesn't work. That is extremely FUCKY dash wucky. That is very wucky. Wucky and the Bucky. Bucky from Valorant. Crap gun. I don't know why it actually didn't work before, because pretty much when you reload your gun, it goes into, like, think of you in a bucket. It'll put you in a bucket. So all the guns that a player can be reloading, well, you can only reload one gun at a time, but there can be multiple players on the server. So the point is that it's going to be tracking all those players reloading and, like, continuously apply, like, the time that you're taking to reload and all this stuff. Keeps going. And so you're supposed to be able to check what guns are in there, and that's what I had before. Apparently it didn't work, and now it does work because I'm not doing that anymore. So someone for sure turned out to stream thinking that it broke or something. Yeah, there's shell ejection. You pretty much, you just yeet the shells out of the shotgun. It's like good enough. It's fine. VR support. Buy me a VR headset. I mean, I have like technically, I think I have the Patreon funds to get a VR headset, but I don't exactly want one. I mean, VR for TAC. I mean, like, the animations are static. To build them with the arms, like, you can like kind of already use it, I think, but then like, nah. Would you guys rather have bots that are actually fun to play against, play with, all that kind of crap? Like, you can have like a multiplayer like raid against like what do you call it? Ground Branch. Ever played Ground Branch? Tarkov. Ever played Tarkov? Bots that are actually like kind of on a decent level that you can play in those type of scenarios, and then build a server around. Like, I really liked playing when it was actually working. COD Modern Warfare's, like the newest one. COD Modern Warfare's, what the hell was it called? DMZ. DMZ was actually pretty fun for a while because the bots were good enough where you can't just run and gun because you'll instantly die. Like if there's like 5 of them looking at you. But if you were to, you could kind of play it strategically enough that it wasn't completely effing boring and it was pretty fun. And then they screwed up the game, and then there's just a bunch of players just camping with a thermal across the map, and that wasn't fun. I played the game some reason. I nicely deleted it off my computer, because why? TAC is better. Why touch that game? And I just technically fixed another bug, so let's actually push it into Git. I knew the reloading key existed. I wanted to do that earlier, but I decided to do it on stream because I am him. How about Insurgency bots? I don't know. I never played Insurgency Sandstorm. Excuse me. Played Tarkov. I know those bots work, and they're very freaking complex, actually. Other than their like Goon Squad, their Goon Squad's just bad. But technically, what do you call it? Making a more interactable version of something like the Goon Squad, where the bots can actually interact with each other pretty well, and create strategies based on your current position and where you could go, and then the cover they have and what weapons they have. Like, there's a lot that goes on in that game, and I want to do stuff like that because it'll actually make fighting bots interesting. Other than, oh, there's a bot, pew pew, he's super dead. No, it'll actually be pretty cool. I mean, there is IR lasers, so you can kind of think what's happening with that. When, I don't know, but you can also, you know, we have the whole IR device existing, so there's probably a reason. Probably a reason. Excuse me. Alright, attachment slots ready, though. If Nico was awake, I would ask him what guns we have animations for ready, because I am lazy to check, and I don't have the software that I need in order to check every bit of it. So, 199, 249 is done. What guns? MTAR? Yeah, we don't have the MTAR model. It's probably not done either. Animation, that gun's already in. RPG's in. Oh, that was way back. That's already gone. Okay, yeah. So the rest are done. Don't think there's any new guns to add currently right now that I at least have loaded on my computer. I'm thinking what to do next. And this is why I don't like just streaming and coding. I like streaming and building stuff, but streaming and coding is a pain in the ass. Because then I can really quickly lose myself. Let's test. I want to implement that. Yeah, I don't exactly know what to add right now. What should I add? What should I add on the fly? Type in chat. Could work on wall pen, but I already messed with projectiles quite a bit just recently. Beep, beep, beep. I mean, I have to go relatively soon, within like half an hour or so, so I don't need to do anything crazy. We're gonna need to add the UI for tracking armor health as well, so that's gonna happen. Shaders frame before. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun little piece of stuff. Wall pen will work by penetrating walls. Long story short. I showed off a bunch of models yesterday that don't have animations and stuff. But we'll see if I have anything else. I showed G3. 1911 with a new site. We already have that. The MRAD. I showed off the MRAD. OG. I have the RPK. I don't know. The RPK might already be in the mod. It might be one of the newer LMGs. And I got an RPK shown. Shown RPK. I have an AR-10. We have this AR-10. This AR-10 is probably old. This is the one Neko was talking about. Actually, not satisfactory. I don't know. This thing's actually pretty nice. This is a new AR-10 model he made. This thing's just fine, actually. Everyone yell at Neko, we can just use this. This is the AR-10 model I was talking about, not satisfactory. This is just not as bright version of the SPR-15. Flashbangs planned, yes. Thermal, absolute huge pain in the ass. And also why. You can already see everything in Minecraft way too well. And then you can just turn your brightness up to max. Night vision likely because there's like caves and shiz, but like thermals are just, for how much work you actually need to do to make them work nicely, like not right now. How else fit AR-15? I mean, the model already exists and exists for a while, but the animation wasn't done. I made an animation for it when I was making like tests. It's like okay. Yeah, here it is. The animation I made is like okay. However, for such a like a really cool looking gun, I can't make the animation properly. So this thing in the mod is gonna actually fire 300 blackout, and its range is gonna be like it's gonna be rather short since it has a short barrel, but it's gonna be one of the stronger guns. And use the M4. It doesn't really support the M4 animation. It's a bit too forward in the model position. And also, the gun's way too freaking cool to just put an M4 animation on it. Again, I made a custom animation for it, but it's not exactly like, it's not good enough really. And I can't really implement it. Actually, no, I probably can implement the animation, but like, why? If I have to redo it anyway, once we have the real one done. All I know is this thing is going to be like really cool. When it's actually out, it's going to be like one of the cooler guns. And hey, it's got a little bit of my orange. I got my accents in there. So yeah, this is going to be one of the better guns technically. In terms of like close range performance. Just because it's going to be like a AK hard hitting, but it's going to have pretty soft recoil. You can put everything on it. It's going to be lightweight, 60 round drum. Like, this thing is going to be really cool, really fun. This AR-10 I'm probably just going to ask Neko to just refine it a bit. And we can probably just make the colors black entirely, since we have so many 10 guns already. You can make it black, have chrome accents, something like that. Make it a nice AR-10. Stick in the barrel. We can do some stuff. Unlock the whole thing on the bottom. Doesn't need to be too crazy. And RPK is RPK. Come on, it's an RPK. It might be OP though? Not really. Its range is gonna be crap. When update? Update was days ago. Fantasy energy guns. I don't think we posted any fantasy energy guns. We have Titanfall guns, but that will go in a Titanfall add-on. Titanfall guns for a Titanfall add-on. Are they done yet? No. Why aren't they done yet? Because they're not done yet. Oh, people were talking about it. There you go. Model's there. We just don't have a animation for it. Oop, not mean to do that. Oh.
What?
Sorry, I was talking for a quick minute. Let me check chat real quick. What's happening? Will bipods be functional? Yep. When update? It was days ago. Fantasy guns with Titanfall guns. Bipods later. New update on CurseForge? Unknown. Whenever it's ready, we'll add it. All the guns be a 4. Not a clue. What you talking about? Can the guns be done? No. Are you gonna make any fantasy guns like from Half-Life? Probably not, because the base mod is all realistic, and we like adding realistic stuff. Maybe we'll have add-ons like for the Titanfall guns, since they're futuristic. But for now, no. Don't plan on adding anything crazy. See if there's anything else. Mac 10, VZ61. Oh, VZ61, Car 98. I think Car 98's done. VZ61's done. Let's open some cool things. Let's show it off. I mean, M1893, Car 98. That one's in. Micro Uzi. I think Micro Uzi is already like done. There we go. Got some cool ones. So we have some kind of animation for this ish, but I think we still need to actually finish how it's supposed to work. So I don't remember. We can check eventually, but yeah, we have a speed loader for when we need to speed load. And a 6-shooter. Kill one. 1883. This thing is like, we don't even have any kind of animation ready. It's like too cool for that. Its animation gonna be really basic though, probably. It's just like you open the cylinder, or I don't remember how you're supposed to load the thing. I seriously don't remember. All I know, it's not going to be too crazy. It's not going to be like super duper complex. It's supposed to just be like load and unload. Like hand goes in, hand waves out. Because this thing is like a huge pain in the ass to model. I mean animation. Model the animation. What? Works. Car 98 with scope. Looks about the same as it was before. I wonder if I just re-downloaded the model just in case. But it's there. VZ61. Nice and cool. Probably same model, actually. It looks like about the same model as before. It's a fun one. 2 different mech capacities. Alright. I kind of think that's kind of it. Like, if I want to actually code anything, I can't really do it on stream. I'm not good at multitasking like that, honestly. Or if I don't pay attention to chat for a moment. Ooh. No, I'm gonna go in about like 20 minutes-ish. I'm gonna add. So, gotta add lasers for more guns. Added already new gun. We need 2D texture for it. I think I'm probably just gonna save the code, real code stuff for later. I'll chill out with that with you guys for a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna end the stream. It's gonna be saved publicly. I hope. I need to remember how to do that on YouTube, and you guys can rewatch the VOD whenever. And like, if you want to add a new gun, you can add it globally. Projectile's already done. Wall bend will be for later. Workbench, I mean, pretty much already works, except that I don't like the recipes we have currently. That will be done later on. I might ask the guys, since we have some like bugs fixed. We might just make a release like later today. I'll ask the TAC team. It'll be like a public. It'll be a Patreon and Edfune release. Still alpha. I would add a bunch of lasers. Recoil handler, reload handler. Yeah, the next stuff are kind of like big that need to be started, so not that easy. Not really good to start on like a not confused, on a distracted mind. So I'm not gonna do that. Armor health though. We gotta show something in UI for that. So let's actually do some like. We can do something. Do something like that. Treat reduction armor class. Repair durability. Get durability. Where is it used? Reliable helper. Get durability percentage. We can use durability percentage in order for can use this in the actual HUD renderer, and we can create a section for it. See, render with night vision. We have something does for it. Brighten the screen. This doesn't actually work. I mean, okay, this surprisingly this works, but resetting it to whatever was set to default is apparently too pain in the ass for that. Default gamma is like set here, and then it should just be set like once. Game default gamma equals 0. Yeah, it's supposed to work. It didn't work. I couldn't reset the gamma. I can only set it to 200 and it would stop. Would not go any further. When are the updated scopes planned for? We don't have any new scope models even ready. There's going to be new scope tech, but that is probably going to happen closer to like when the 18 is ready. Yeah, I think I'm just going to at least add like the comment here. Turn hit marker into float/frame time variable. So this is what I was trying to say. Why wouldn't this work actually? Something messed up there. Should work. All night vision test is repairing old tracker. All right, let's do it here. Where the hell is that? Oh, from wherever helper. Excuse me. The PIP scopes. Yeah, probably still 1.18, closer to that. They half work in like vanilla, but then you export the mod and they're completely effing broken. I have no clue why. So that's gonna be done later, honestly. I think that's pretty much it, though. Kind of did what I wanted. I wanted to add a gun. I wanted to showcase some stuff that's in 1.3.6. Answer some questions, hang out. New guns added. I'm probably gonna end up adding a bunch of lasers today, and I'm gonna ping people in the TC development stuff. See if we make a release later today. I got some school to do still. I got some work to do still. Other than that, yeah, like join the Patreon. Get alpha access when I do private streams instead of public streams. You can see there. I did a private stream yesterday, which was invite only. And yep, we'll do some more of those. There'll be videos posted that start off for a while in Patreon. If not, will only be kept in Patreon. Those are more like how to do specific stuff in the mod, how to set up a server using Thomas and Classics, pretty much like instruction stuff, step by step, and like more in depth how it works in the back end for developers. If you want to make an add-on TSC, ping me. Like the 0.3.5 version and all of its subsidies. You can already create an add-on for it. You just need to know how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, but you're like actually really interested, gonna put it into work, ping me, Discord, or if you're on Patreon, ping me on Patreon. Yeah, support the mod. Help us keep going. It's really difficult. Well, it's really difficult when you actually, it's in terms of time. We figured out how to do all the guns and stuff. We just need time, and it's difficult. All right. On that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the cool time, cool comments. All right. See you guys later. Thank you.